was lost. I was lost. Okay, so I always stay locked up like Fort Knox around here. Hey you guys, it's your girl Michelle Sulan. Welcome back to my channel. If you are returning and if this is your first time here, welcome. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and for that I thank you. Doing videos in your car is so difficult because trying to find like the right angle, and then I can't really see if this is too much light or whatever. So today I want to share with you guys solo travel hacks that every girl should know before booking that trip. Coming in at number 1, never share your exact location in real time. So I'm not gonna lie, I started doing this after the whole PNB Rock situation happened. That was so unfortunate, and I know, it came out that the people working in the restaurant were plotting on him and it had nothing to do with his girlfriend posting where they were. But I just feel like that is a safe, like, we can take that lesson from that, even though that's not what caused his demise. It's important, like, you never know who's gonna try to pull up where you are and what their intentions or motive is. Like, as tempting as it is to post that cute cafe or that Airbnb on Instagram, you never know who is watching you. Like, please just wait until you leave. I do this all the time. If I post something, best believe I'm not there no more. Like, when I went to Dallas, to Social Dallas, I posted, in the congregation in the room after I left and was back in my hotel. You know what I mean? You got to be on your P's and Q's, especially as a woman. And don't let me get started if you a black woman or a woman of color. We really super got to move different. So yeah, just put it in your drafts, save it till later, and then most of the time, like, once you look at it later, that gives you time to like edit, pictures, or increase the vibrance or the contrast or whatever you want to do to really make it eat up. Most of the time we want to post things just because we're so excited, but everybody doesn't need to know everything that's going on with you in real time. It's okay to keep some things for yourself. Like, we're kind of taught like you should be an open book and be transparent, but like, if you give all of yourself away, you have nothing for yourself. I don't know who normalized telling your friends everything, telling your family everything. You don't have to do that. Number 2, avoid telling strangers that you are alone. If someone asks, say you're meeting a friend or your boyfriend's at the hotel, even if it's not true. When I went to Texas, I'm not gonna lie, like, you just kind of got to use your discernment on that one. Sometimes in some situations or circumstances, you might tell somebody that you're alone. Like, I met a girl when I went horseback riding. She was alone too, and I went up to her, started talking to her, and turns out she was on a solo trip too, and she lives not too far from me. So you never know who you'll meet, but just like, don't just go out there broadcasting, oh yeah, I'm by myself. You know what I mean? Because no. Number 3, send your live location to a trusted friend or family member. Share your itinerary and check in regularly so that someone knows where you are at all times. Now, when I went to Houston for my solo trip, or even when I went to Dreamville by myself, people had my location, they knew where I was staying, and they were watching. Like, my friends was watching my low, okay? If something didn't look right, they was calling me, they was on that phone checking my location like white on rice. It's nice to have that, but like, once you're actually somewhere, you're not really gonna, at least from my experience, I haven't been in a dangerous situation, glory be to God, where I feel like I needed, somebody. But it's possible. It's just better for people to know where you are and nothing happen than for no one to know where you are or to know how to reach you, and God forbid an emergency pops off. How are they going to help you? How are they going to, nobody knows where you are. So just make sure somebody knows where you're at. Or even if you're hanging out with like strangers or people you never met before, because you gotta put yourself out there to make friends. You don't really know from the outside, like from just looking at somebody, who has good intentions, who has bad intentions, who's crazy as hell, and who's not. So, I'm not saying, have your guard up. I mean, I like to talk to people sometimes when I'm out the state. Very like briefly, because I'm an introvert. I don't really like talking that much. But yeah, like, just let somebody know where you're at, okay? Especially if you go off with some strangers, and people need to know where you're at. Number 4, carry a portable charger at all times. A dead phone in a new city is crazy. That's insane. I always keep a portable charger on me because I'm not about to be stranded. No. Number 5, walk with confidence even when you're lost. Don't stand on the street looking confused. Step inside of a shop or a cafe or go somewhere where there's, you know, a lot of people, okay? Don't go somewhere, you know, where it's deserted, trying to figure out where you at. And don't look lost. Like, I've done that plenty and many a times. When I went to Washington, D.C., to the African American Museum, I was lost. I was lost. And I stood there for a second on the corner looking at my phone, and I felt like I was making it obvious that I was lost. Don't do that. Act like you know, even if you don't know. Who's gonna know that you don't know besides you? Number 6, always lock your hotel room door. I have this little device. I'm gonna put a picture in on the screen. I take this every time I'm staying in a hotel, especially by myself, and you put it up to the lock. Like, you could Google videos. I got mine off Shein, but they sell them on TikTok Shop, Amazon, whatever. And it makes it basically to where you cannot open that door from the outside. Like, sometimes it'd be hard to open the door from the inside, and I'm the one that's putting the, you know, the little thing on the door. So I would definitely recommend that you get that or something like that, just to make sure that, because like at hotels, security is pretty good. You know, you have to pass the front desk receptionist people. You can't just come up to anybody's room. Most of the time you can't just walk in anybody's room, or, you know, without being on camera or whatever. But like I said, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so I always stay locked up like Fort Knox around here. They also have these really cheap alarms and stuff like that. Also, if you're not flying, make sure that you have mace, a stun, you know, whatever self-defense mechanism that you must have. Make sure that you have it. If you're flying, it's a little bit harder to get like mace and things like that with you, especially like if you're not having a checked bag. But if you only have a carry-on, you're not going to be able to bring that stuff with you. So maybe just bring like one of those little alarms, like they call them, I don't know why I'm not even gonna say what they call them, but yeah, because God forbid somebody's trying to pull up on you at night or do something, put that alarm go off, everybody's looking. Okay. And then number 8, trust your gut always. If something feels off, it's because it is. Trust your discernment. Whether it's a certain street that you're on, a stranger, a situation, leave immediately. Your intuition is there for a reason. It's a gift from God. When I went to San Antonio with my friend back in February, I walked in this bar. I promise you, as soon as I walked in the bar, this man walked up to me and was like, "What brings you here by yourself?" Okay, so I got my drink, and you know, I drank the drink real fast. Not like real fast, but like I downed my one drink and I got up out of there. Like, but I told him like, "Oh, I'm not by myself, I'm waiting for somebody." But the fact that I just walked in here and you already praying that I'm by myself is a little weird. Like, and maybe he didn't have bad intentions, but I wasn't going to stick around to find out. So these were just 8 of the important things that I feel like people should know, women should know, before they book any type of travel by themselves, whether it's a staycation, vacation, solo trip out the country, whatever it is. Just make sure that you are safe. I want you guys to live your lives, okay? Don't wait on people to live your life with you. There's so much life to be lived. You'll meet people when you get there. God goes before you in every room before you step in it to order your steps. And there's gonna be people, you know, that you meet along the way, and it's all intentional. Just trust me. Yeah, so I would love to hear about you guys' stories, where y'all are going, when you're going. If you already went on a solo trip, how did it go? Please come back to the comments and let me know. And I would love to hear if you have any other additional safety hacks or tips for women who may see them, or even myself, because we're not waiting on people all 2025 and 26 and beyond. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate your support. Comment down below and let me know what kind of videos you want to see next from me. And until next time, and I'll see you guys in my next video.